Arthur, the night custodian, walked the gallery of Margam Castle. It was 3 minutes past 3 a.m., and the massive stone building felt less like a structure and more like a tomb. He focused on the legend of Margaret, the sorrowful housemaid whose spirit was trapped by grief on the grand staircase forever. Arthur considered himself immune to superstition, but as he neared the staircase landing, the cold became a suffocating weight. His breath plumed white, and a sharp, sweet scent of old lavender confirmed her presence. He knew he was standing at the epicenter of her eternal grief. He shone his flashlight toward the steps, and then he saw it, a thin, glistening trail of moisture on the stone floor, inexplicably cold. It wasn't water from a leak, it was the condensation of a spiritual coldness. He looked up, and at the very top of the massive staircase, a figure was slowly materializing. It was Margaret, a transparent woman in a simple gray dress, her head eternally bowed in a posture of crippling sorrow. She began a slow, terrible walk down the staircase, one foot deliberately following the other. With every silent step, the cold intensified, draining Arthur's energy and tightening his chest. When she reached the midpoint, a sound echoed only in his mind, a faint, repetitive whisper of utter heartbreak. The word she uttered, over and over, was simply, "Lost." Margaret continued her tragic march until she reached the bottom step, just feet from Arthur. For the first time, her head lifted, her pale, empty eyes fixed on him, a look of sorrow so immense it threatened to break his sanity. She extended her thin, spectral hand toward the railing, her fingers passing clean through the solid oak. A sharp rush of wind, smelling of damp earth, slammed into Arthur, and her voice, now chillingly clear, entered his mind. "You must not look at me." It was a demand for privacy in her eternal tragedy. Arthur dropped his torch and fled, scrambling blindly away from the staircase and out of the castle. He never retrieved the torch. He still clocks in every night at Margam, but he has learned his lesson. Margaret is not a threat. She is a sadness too deep for the living, and her eternal walk must never be disturbed. He shone his